Welcome back to the Bear Cave and Night Talk. I'm Teddy, and it is the 30th, right? It's still Friday. Oh, it feels like the weekend already, but I know it's not. So, shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. A couple of things we're going to talk about tonight, one of which was a ruling that came down or a decision on a I guess you could say a protective order. Let me call it what it really is. Oh, let's see. That's pretty big, isn't it? A restraining order. That's what it is. A restraining order. And it was Armand Wiggins filed a restraining order against Donat Ricketts. And I heard about it this evening and got a hold of, I'm not going to show the first page of the document, with all the personal addresses and phone numbers and all of that. I don't think that's important at this moment. But the bottom line is Armand Wiggins won 2 years. And this is just for news reporting, against Donat. Yeah, so for 2 years, he may not possess, make any videos or statements, any of that against Armand. Plus, he has to pay, he's ordered to pay 40,000. Is it 40,500? Let's see. $40,500 in lawyer's fees. Right here, fees and cost. And if he, let's see, I don't need to pull up everything in front. I have the entire document here. Let's just get this out of the way. Because you don't need to look at all that. Let's just take this down. What the consequences will be if it's not followed. Instructions for law enforcement enforcing the restraining order. This order is enforceable by any law enforcement agency that has received the order, is shown a copy of the order, or has a verified existence of the California restraining and protective order system. So it is a protective order. If the law enforcement agency has not received proof of service of the restrained person and the restrained person was not present at the court hearing, C, the agency must advise the restrained person of the terms of the order and then must enforce it. Arrest required if order is violated. If an officer has probable cause to believe that the restrained person had notice of the order and has disobeyed it, the officer must arrest the restrained person. Penal Code 836 C1 13701B. A violation of the order may be a violation of Penal Code Section 166 or 273.6. Agencies are encouraged to enter violation messages into the system. It was signed, dated today. I'm just looking over it, seeing different boxes that are checked. Personal conduct orders. The court has granted the orders checked below. If you do not obey these orders, you can be arrested and charged with a crime. You may be sent to jail for up to 1 year, pay a fine of up to 1,000 or both. Personal conduct orders. Checked. Harass, intimidate, molest, attack, strike, stalk, threaten, assault, actually or otherwise hit, abuse, destroy personal property of, or disturb the peace of the person. Another check. Take any action to obtain the person's address or location. If this item 3 is not checked, the court has found good cause not to make this order, but it was checked. You must stay at least 100 yards away from. Check all that apply. The person, the home of the person, the job or workplace of the person, the vehicle, or other specify. Must stay 10 feet away. He may not possess or make video statements about Mr. Wiggins. Holly Hancock, the the officer, judicial officer. And the lawyer was Jasmine Mines. Just looking at it. The order, let's see. Expiration date, yeah. 1/30/2028, so 2 years. And I think I heard his lawyer. I watched maybe 2 minutes of, I guess it was Armand's clip when he came out of, after the decision. He spoke first, and then his lawyers that accompanied him. Mm-hmm. And of course, he was excited and glad that part is over. He said he felt free. Yeah. And his lawyer, the female lawyer, she seemed to think that that was pretty difficult to get that kind of ruling, order. Yeah. Up under the tree, I see you, my moderators, both Vicky and Baby Juju. Yes, it's a very serious court order. It is. And when I look at it, I mean, just really now in these check boxes. Restraining order. And to think, I'm just going to think silently that there have been multiple attempts to place a restraining order on me. Wow. I mean, to see it in print and what would be involved. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I mean, this is I'm looking at this like, wow. It's not just all right, you get a restraining order. It goes on the record and goes to police agency. Like you are could endanger someone. That's not for me. No wonder someone was trying so hard so that they could send it to the board. Okay, let me just focus. But yes, it's a very serious court order. Mm-hmm. Wow. ECF, which one is it? 129. It's inside of there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the exhibits. And it's clear now what was written. Mm-hmm. To think that someone actually conjured up and said that I was going to harm their, in fear of me harming their children. Has anyone ever heard me even speak about children on this platform? That they were in fear that I'm somehow going through my neighborhood and terrorizing people. That's fraud. That's why. Yeah, that's very serious. It is absolutely crazy. Yes, this is what we're dealing with. Wow. So I don't know all of the detail. I've heard some of it, listened to some of it, and I'm talking about Armand and Donat. And apparently, there was enough there that the judge made, ruled. I understand that at one point earlier, it had been denied. Yes. Yes. But he did get one. That's not good. Well, I mean, that's. And then there was just something right at the end. I'm going to say this because he knew what he was doing. I'm talking about Armand. Before he brought up, or after his lawyer. So he spoke first, and then his lawyer came up, and then he basically, disperse, say goodbye. Um, but he said he felt free, and he just, I guess that's his way of celebrating. He said, I feel like eating a donut. I think that was his last words. Ugh. He was good up until that. He was good up until that for me. You know what I'm saying? Just by, orderly and following everything. But that was like right at the end. Just couldn't help it. Especially when someone can't fight back. Yeah. He said he was going over to Wiley. Or, he was going to go on. And of course. So they're going to be taking jabs, freelance jabs, I imagine, in this celebration. And of course, and now, Denot, he can't do anything about it. He can't even because our mom was saying, don't at me, don't hashtag me, don't this, don't that, Mm-hmm. Stay away from me. And yeah, that's his legal, he won. He did. Again, I don't know everything, and he must have felt, some threat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. So now let me talk about this. Mm-hmm. Which is, I guess, good news. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Nothing in my case yet. That means the entire month of January. No order from the court in my case. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the weekend, and next business day will be February. I believe that's the 2nd. Let me just make sure. Yes, Monday is February the 2nd. All right, so let me see. Did I pull it up? Let me just get the correct. What's the order? And again, when I refer to Miss Smith's case, I'm referring, for the most part, really, is the defendant in her case and my case. That's what we share here in common. We do. And I am also on some level just relieved just right now because I'm dealing with my case. But in her case, there was an order denying the defendant's motion to dismiss and for joinder. And she was trying to get the judge to rule for joinder that I would have to be joined in that case. So she denied motion to dismiss for now, joinder, And I guess there was another, I didn't even know, I hadn't looked, another 44 pages or whatever it was for sanctions. So I guess today was a win for Smith. And also on some level, uh, I'm I'm just I am relieved, at least for a moment. Now that I've looked at it I'm going to tell you why I think, just on some level, is the defendant's way of retaliating against me through Smith case and trying to, you know, cause chaos and blend the cases. Well, I'm glad I can tell you, at least from what I know so far, um, the judge in Miss Smith's case, she's very aware of this defendant. Mhm. And she responded very quickly to Miss Smith. Yes. Yeah. So I can't even tell you um, what that might mean, how it might relate, but this same individual is asking for joinder in my case as well. And what is interesting, I'll just say this, there were definitely some contradictions. I'm just talking about the defendant and plaintiff, me in my case, and how she's representing things in one case and representing things in another case. Again, I'm not party in that case. The court's denial confirms, what I've said all along. I am not part of Miss Smith's litigation, strategy, or filings. I'm not a co-plaintiff. I'm not a collaborator. All, and now I'm just looking. I cannot believe this. Any advisor, she put all that in there. And joinder being denied, that matters. Because when joinder is denied, it means the court did not accept the narrative that unrelated people need to be dragged into someone else's lawsuit, to further try to entangle. Mhm. Yeah, that's the strategy there. Mhm. But I am, uh, yeah, the judge denied that. And if Robertson wants to do anything to respond because her filings were deemed improper procedurally, if she wishes to defend against anything, then she needs to seek to set aside the entry of default. That's what the judge said. Uh-huh. And yeah, and she cited, a case and denied her motions. Mhm. Denied without prejudice, so ordered. It's like, well, I don't have to really, I just have to say that. Yeah. That's what she was trying to do. It's a big part in there about me. It is. I didn't even realize it's so much. Yeah. So I that's what she's trying to do. And whether or not she's going to, uh, try to, first of all, she's got to get it set aside. So that, I don't know what's going to happen there. That's not, I can tell you this individual will stop at nothing to win. Mhm. But it seems the judge has something else in mind. Gotta follow the orders. Mhm. Now I just wonder. It makes you wonder. And also, what this does now, to me, it says that the courts care about, you know, clean lanes, not blending. Keep it clean, right? There's a courtroom over there. They have to, run their own courtroom. And there's a courtroom over here, right? And yes, judges, they talk. Her judge knows about my case. And yes, it's been put in, my case number and reference to it at least twice. And ultimately, what she's trying to do is get the cases, both cases, dismissed and bringing in joinder. And it's just a mess, really. It would be. Mhm. It's like trying to force entanglement, if that makes sense. Yeah. And she's trying to guide the court while being non compliant and, in my case, and in default in the other case. Just amazing. Mhm. So when I say relieved, it's more or less this: it just lowers the temperature for me legally right now so I can focus on, yeah. I don't put anything past this individual. No, not at all. They are always, I will say it again, they are always plotting and planning something. Yes, a 2 for 1. And not just that, it's just amazing. All right, so let me read some of your comments. And yeah, I've been on for half an hour now. And what do you think? What do you think about what happened to Donat? And I didn't know that a restraining order had been. I knew one had been filed, and I thought denied, but I guess yeah, lawyers involved in $40,000. That's what is $40,500 plus the 2 years. Wow. 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 I think so. I see Junebug is asking, is there an appeal process? Let's see. Did it come up on the screen? It's delayed. There it is. Junebug wants to know, is there an appeal process for restraining orders? It seems like that thought had crossed my mind when I was involved in that hearing of my own. Let's see. Let's find out. Because I'm not sure. Can a person file an appeal to a restraining order? And we need to check these answers. I'll check them a couple of different ways. But let's see. It says yes. A person can appeal a restraining order or a preliminary injunction. Now, it knows federal court. I think he's in a civil. Let's see, Superior Court in California. Let's see. I have it pulled up here. Do I? I think I took it down. Let's just ask another way. Says yes. So I'm asking two different systems. Yes, a person can appeal a restraining order or personal protection order, typically within 14 to 30 days of the final order, based on legal errors, insufficient evidence, or abuse or discretion by the judge. While final orders are appealable, temporary restraining orders often cannot be directly appealed. You've got to have, I guess, grounds. You have to demonstrate to the judge that there was a mistake in the law, abuse of, you know, discretion. The facts didn't support the order. Yeah. So always fairness, I guess. And yes, you can follow me on all social media as Unwind with Teddy. Yes, up under the trees, it's hard to get a restraining order for someone that, what is this? The same town. Yes, live in the same town, let alone out of town. Right. That's what the lawyers seem to think, that it was unusual what was granted as part of the restraining order. Yeah. 2 years, 40,500. Yes, Junebug. I hope that was accurate. I cross checked 2 different systems, but you can always, we can always look at another one. Yeah. And there's probably rules. Yeah, probably some rules that we could look up. Yes, it sounds like someone is trying to kill, yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. No, the 2 cases are really independent. Mhm. Yes, but the strategy to blend, yes. How that would affect one or the other. I actually looked something up. I don't want to say it, what that could mean, you know. I'm sure that might be part of it. Something, I'm not saying some type of advantage to the defendant without saying it. Why she might or is trying to, go at that angle. Mhm. But right now, denied, denied, denied. Joinder, denied. That's the one I was looking at. Mhm. Yeah. Let's go back to the chat. Got to be on your A game. Yeah. All comments and opinions in the chat are allegedly, allegedly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely say that again. Wants to drag everyone into everybody's lawsuit, but she won't even do what she's ordered. Nope. Hmm. What is this? Oh, I was just, yes, D for denied. That's why. That's why I'm talking about it, guys. Let's see. She's trying to get the judge to break the law. What was that about? I haven't heard everything. I haven't. Let's see. He needs to get an appellate attorney and fight that 40,000 plus. Yes. Gotta have money. Money to fight for the money, to save money. Mm. Oh. And he's not in jail, right? He's not still in jail, is he? Again, I haven't been following that closely, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm just seeing questions here and there, and I'm looking at email. Let's see if there's anything I should read or can read. Hmm. There's a lot going on in our sector, isn't there? There is. Mm-hmm. Do you think it just seems that at one time there were no lawsuits, and now within our sector or close by, a lot of litigation going on? Don't you think, amongst content creators? Rumors and of um, litigation. Oh, so he's out. Okay. Mm. Wow. He won't be going near him anytime soon. 2 years. Hmm. Let's see. I know it's hard to think outside of the box, but you have to remember chess, not checkers. Oh, of course. That's what it's about. Oh, I wouldn't let my guard down at all. No, I no. That's why I said um, for now. Hmm. Right, but then there's a judge, and they are seeing how this individual is moving. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's all I'll say. Right, and well, yeah, right. I could say a little bit more, but tonight I'm just a little bit more like, all right, just just say what I need to say and let that do. Yeah. Let's see. So yes, for today, for today, um, a simple sigh of a relief, meaning that the court is keeping cases where they belong, and I can stay focused on my own. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else for tonight? Yeah, maybe I'll break it up with some music. Come back and let's see. It's almost, oh, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I won't be on much longer. Yeah, it's Friday night. What else can I put on? Let me take a little break and I'll be right back. All right, so also, Don Lemon. Let me just turn this. I hope you can hear me. Let me turn it back on. The latest, Don Lemon. Let me just tell you what he was charged with. Um, there's two. Had it just here. Hang on. See what the indictment says. According to the unsealed grand jury indictment, Lemon is being charged with two federal crimes: conspiracy um, or conspiring to violate someone's constitutional rights and violating the FACE Act, which prohibits the use of force or threats to intentionally interfere with someone's expressing their First Amendment right to practice religion. Yeah, his next hearing or court appearance is scheduled for February the 9th in Minneapolis. He was released on his own recognizance. Yeah, this is serious. It's very serious. The prosecutor said Lemon told his audience The protest's purpose was to make the experience traumatic and uncomfortable for congregants. Prosecutors requested a $100,000 bond and argued that Lemon needed conditions to ensure he wouldn't feel emboldened to do something similar while awaiting trial. He's going to fight. Let's see if I can play any of this.
Here's to the moment, to ever-changing landscapes,
Fair use.
and the once.
Let's just skip past this commercial. Hang on, I'm not playing it.
To finding more.
I've spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silent. I look forward to my day in court.
So you heard him. He will not be silent. And he looks forward to his day in court. Yeah. Trying to outsmart the feds. Yeah. If you prolong something, if you keep, just kicking the can down the road, that it's not going to eventually, you got to pick that can up. Yeah. And this isn't really like, this is serious. This is a court of law. You're being, sued. Yeah. And definitely trying to outsmart the courts. Mm-hmm. Love 777. How many sevens did I say? Maybe one too many. Says DR is stalling for time while and hiding. Running and hiding. My opinion. Trust me, she's listening to everything. Yes. Everyone and everything. All right. It's 11:02. That's going to do it for me. Yeah, it's time to say goodnight. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime tomorrow. Keep your bear phones on and watch for any updates on the community wall. Thanks to my moderators, but that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
She's fun, unapologetic and wild. Oh, she's loud in bed or nuts, always crazy about guys. 사람들은 모두 그녀를 몰라, and that is fun. She doesn't mind. Get to know her better than you can hate. Her dress is tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk. In her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl. 예쁜 Oh, she's raw, 루스케는 어디로 튈지 몰라 사람들은 그녀가 모습만 봐 And that's fine, she doesn't mind Get to know her, babe Then you can can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you smile Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you shine Samantha, Samantha 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha Just to be loved, loved, loved that is all, is all 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워 Samantha, Samantha She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all Can't help it but fall in love Can't help it but fall in love Can't help it but fall in love 눈물 맞아 사랑스러워 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아